Hi guys, good morning. Let's solve this pretty amazing question, right? So in type struct start again the structure is same. My structure contains three parts basically: info part, left part, right part. Left part will contain the address of left node, right part will contain the address of right node. For example, 100 left is 200. So here comes your 200. Left pointer is pointing at 200 and right pointer is pointing at 300. Now if we talk about this node number 1, the left is null and even the right is null. For this node, the left is 400 but right is null. So this is a linked list representation of the tree. Now we have to apply this code and on this tree, and we have to find out what is the output of this. It's a classical recursion question, right? So now let's solve. So starting, my root is pointing at 100. Now if not of root, it means if my tree do not exist, right? Because if root value is 100, not of 100 is 0, condition false, तो इसमें नहीं जाएगा, नीचे आएगा. तो not of root means that if my tree exists, right? So if my tree exists, I will go to this statement because this condition becomes false. Now if root left, 100 left is what? 200, right? And not of root right. Root right is 300, right? Not of 300 is 0. So this condition becomes false. So we will not evaluate this statement, right? Now moving further, if not of root left means if not of root left, it means if there is no left but we have a left here. So if I write not of root left, not of 200 and then, so not of 200 is 0, no need to evaluate further because this condition gonna be false. So this also, if statement, we will not evaluate because your condition is false. Now moving on to the third statement, return, if this is false, then you return this. Return 1 plus max height of root left, root is 100, left is 200, root left is 200 comma root right, which is your 300. Now we will try to evaluate this. Now x 200, right? Now moving on to this function, your root becomes 200. So if not of 200, condition becomes false. We will come to this statement. If root left, so what is the left of this 200? It's null. Left of 200 is null. So this condition becomes false, right? Now moving on to the next statement. If not of root, right? If not of root left is null. So it means if we will evaluate this, it becomes like if not root left is null. So this condition is true. So this becomes if true, right? Then this, I am talking about this condition true, plus root left and root right. Root right is what? Your null. Root right is null. So again this condition becomes false. So we will not evaluate this also. You are getting my point? See, not of root left is true, right? But this is root right, but root right is null. Had it been not here, the condition would have been true. But this is root right. So this condition is false. Again we'll go to this part. So it is saying return 1 plus max root left. Root left 200 left is height 200 left is null, comma right is null, right? So now we will evaluate this, right? So once you will evaluate this, so height null, when you call this function, not of null becomes true, so it will return -1. So this is -1 comma -1. So this statement becomes 1 plus max -1 comma -1. So when you say max -1 comma -1, it will return the maximum of the two. Max a comma b is if a is greater than b, then return a as return b. So -1 greater than 1, condition false. So it will return what? It will return b, and the value of b is -1. So it will return -1. Fine. So when it returns -1, so it becomes return 1 -1. So 1 -1 means 0. So it will return 0 to this function h 200. So my expression changes to return 1 plus max 0 comma h 300. right? H200 basically the complete function return what? 0. Now we will solve this H300, right? So now try to solve H300, and when we solve complete H300 we return the final value of this function. So I am writing this function here, return 1 plus max 0 comma H300. So now let's see what H300 returns. So I am writing here H300. My root value is now 300. My root is pointing at 300 now. So if not of root condition becomes false, I am moving on to the next statement. If root left means left of 300 is 400. So I am writing here if 400 and not of root right. Yes, we do not have a right here. So this condition becomes true. So if this condition becomes true, we will evaluate this. Return 1 plus height root left. Root left is 400. So now we will evaluate this. Right, 1 plus root 1 plus height 400. Now we will solve height 400. So let's solve height 400. So when we solve height 400, the value of root is now 400. So if not of 400 condition becomes false, we move to this statement. If root left, 400 left, yes. If root left means 500, right? And not of root right. Yes, definitely we do not have right here. So this condition is true. So when this condition is true, we will evaluate this statement. Return 1 plus height 500. Fine. Now we will solve this height 500. Now when you solve height 500, again your root becomes what? Your root is now 500. So this condition becomes false. We come to this statement. If root left, but we do not have a left here, so this condition becomes false. We come here. If not of root left, we do not have a left. This is true. But root right, but we do not have right here. So again this condition becomes false. So we come to this last expression. Return. So this returns what? Return 1 plus max height null comma height null. Because 500 there is no left, there is no right. So when this function gets called height null, it will return what? -1 comma -1. So max of -1 comma -1 is -1 only. So it is 1 minus 1. It will return what? 0. So when it returns 0, you are this, since h500 is called this function. So when it will return 0, 0 will come here. So it is what? 1 plus 0. 1 plus 0 means it will return what? 1. And 1 it will return to your height 400 function. So this becomes 1, right? So now 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 gets returned to your height 300 function, right? So this becomes your 2, right? 1 plus 1 is 2. 2. Height 300 value is 2. Now this 2 comes here. Now return 1 plus max. Its final return statement becomes 1 plus max 0 comma 2. So this will return what? 2. So it is returned 3. This gets returned to your main tree. The answer is height of this tree is 3. Right? 0, 1, 2, 3. I hope it is clear, guys. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.